I've never felt this accepted anywhere. Like the first day that I came in, they were playing I'm No Longer a Slave to Fear in the chapel, and I just like knew that I was home. I was just lost. I'd come from a broken home. I was with my son's dad for 13 years, and then when we split up, he took my son from me, and I just took it really hard. I didn't know where to turn. I made a lot of bad choices after that. I got into drug addiction, and I ended up just kind of getting stuck, where I was in a place of complete depression and looked to drugs to escape it. There was people letting me stay with them, and they had finally told me that I had to go. Really, they were just enabling me. So I ended up homeless on the streets of Houston, where I'm from, and just kind of bouncing around from place to place and person to person. So I just started looking for shelters. Wasn't trying to get better. I just needed somewhere to lay my head, you know what I mean? So I called like 15 different phone numbers. Like I would call one place and they would give me another number, and I'd call them and they would be like, no, we don't have any beds. And it was just door after door being shut in my face. And really before I found Strong Tower, I had lost all hope. Like I didn't want to live anymore at all. Like I was just miserable, and I just tried to stay high to escape my life really, and all the feelings that I was having. But God had a bigger plan. He had a much better plan, a plan that I would have never thought. I couldn't see it. So I called Strong Tower. They were so friendly, so nice, and so just welcoming. Got me through the interview process, and they said it would usually take a couple of days to get someone to get back to me, because it was on a Friday. But they called me back within 45 minutes and were like, we have a bed if you want to come right now. It was just kind of crazy. And then God was speaking to me, and I was crying out to him one night, and I just said, I don't know what to do, God, I need help. But he brought me to a place where, gosh, overnight almost, I've been delivered from all of like the anxiety, the depression, anger that I had going on. I've really learned how to just depend on God and not depend on people. He's showing me who I am throughout this year and my identity in him, and that doesn't rely on what man thinks at all. I can completely just trust in him, and I know that he's never going to leave me. I know that he's always been there, looking back through all these situations, that he always had his hand on me. And I know that he has amazing plans for my future, and I'm just really looking forward to what is to come. This feels like just the beginning of something amazing. So I'm just glad that I have a great foundation now to stand on, finally, for the first time in my life. Even with my own family, I've never felt like I belonged like I do here.
I grew up in a good home that later turned into a broken home when my parents divorced at the age of 13. Soon thereafter, I began to hang around with the wrong crowd and started doing the same things they were doing. This began a pattern of rebellion, addictions, and making bad decisions that would continually progress for the years to come. Being addicted to alcohol and crystal meth has caused me to lose everything I've had many times over. I've been in and out of jails and rehabs more times than I can count. My addictions spiraled downhill supersonically fast. I went from having a great job and loving family to partying like a rock star with no guitar, and wound up losing everything again, and I almost lost my family. I was on the brink of homelessness and divorce until the pastor of the church I was attending told me about Strong Tower. I didn't like where my life was going, and I knew I needed to make a serious change. Surrendering my whole life and my will to God was where it all started. When I rededicated my life to the Lord here at Strong Tower. Times when I've fallen short, God is right there to pick me up with his loving arms and continually lets me know that he will never leave me nor forsake me. My times of breakthrough and release have been from prayer, worship, and seeking out his will and plan for my life and how to be a better father and husband to my family. I'm grateful for his word that shows me how to live right and shows me how to love other people. It has opened my eyes to see my true identity in Christ, that I am no longer defined by the things that I have done in my life. I know I have been set free and a new creation in him, set apart to do his work. And I'm excited for the future he has for me. I would strongly recommend this program to anyone who wants to make a true change in their life and is truly sick and tired of being sick and tired, and that wants a new radical change in their life that they've never had before.